members face dozens of years in prison if they're convicted of fraud and corruption. We have live team coverage for you tonight outside the federal courthouse. Let's start with First Coast News anchor Heather Crawford with the very latest. Heather?
Well, good evening, Jessica. The 61-page indictment was just unsealed today, and it spells out some very serious federal charges for Jacksonville City Council members Katrina Brown and Reginald Brown, who I want to point out are not related. Now, this afternoon, both of them came here to the federal courthouse for their first appearance before the judge. They were read the charges against them, and then the judge allowed them to leave the courthouse and go home on a $50,000 unsecured bond. Now, most of the 38 counts spelled out in the indictment stem from a $2 million Small Business Administration loan that was obtained by Katrina Brown's family for a barbecue sauce plant. Ann Schindler is on your side. She was in the courtroom with me this afternoon and continues our team coverage.
That's right. Both of these defendants going to fight it out and claiming that they are going to stay on city council, continue to do the job that the voters put them there to do, and maintaining their innocence. Now, this 38-count indictment unsealed today was actually filed more than a week ago, but today was the first time the defendants got a chance to see it and face those charges in court. The charges against them read aloud in court today: 37 counts of conspiracy and wire fraud against City Council member Katrina Brown and 34 against City Council member Reggie Brown. Of course, no relation between the two of them. If convicted, the maximum penalties here are staggering. Katrina Brown could face up to 720 years in prison, over $12 million in fines. Reggie Brown could face 600 years in prison and $8 million in fines. And now it's highly unlikely, of course, that they would receive that level of punishment. But as the judge noted today, these are very serious charges. Now, June 14th, they're both due back in court. A tentative trial date has been set for August 6th at the federal courthouse in downtown Jacksonville. Ann Schindler, First Coast News, on your side.
Thank you, Ann. And I asked criminal defense attorney and legal analyst Janet Johnson just how strong she thinks the government's case is. And here's what she told me.
The government doesn't mess around in federal cases. They don't indict people unless they are almost 100% certain they can get a conviction. And that's why their conviction rate is so high. I would say it's pretty rock solid.
And so how likely is it that they're going to be convicted on all the counts? They face upwards of 600 years in prison.
It's more likely that they never go to trial because they're going to plead guilty. And out of the two of them, I would say it's almost certain that one of them will plead and testify against the other if it goes to trial.
So although they have not yet entered pleas, Katrina Brown and Reginald Brown, through their attorneys today, both proclaimed that they are innocent. Governor Rick Scott does have the authority to remove them from the city council, but as of right now, he is reviewing the case and has not taken any action. So Reginald and Katrina Brown will be back here at the federal courthouse June 14th. The trial right now tentatively set for August the 6th. And you can read the full indictment on our website right now. It's all posted at firstcoastnews.com. And there we have a lot more on this case. We'll also have more coverage of this bombshell indictment of two Jacksonville City Council members tonight on First Coast News at 11. Live outside the federal courthouse, Heather Crawford, First Coast News, on your side.